morning, I am Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. The CIA initiates investigations against former Commissioner Rajnarayan Pathak. Chief Justice rejects Deepak Raj Joshi, resigns escaping investigations. The central bank decides to set a ceiling on interest rates to stop the growing malpractices of haphazard interest charged by banks and financial institutions. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan says his country will retaliate if India takes military action against it in the aftermath of last week's suicide attack on Indian forces. And Bayern Munich and Liverpool play a goalless draw at the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona held in a goalless stalemate by Lyon as well. Let us now begin with the latest national political updates. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIA) has initiated investigations against former Commissioner Rajnarayan Pathak. The CIA has initiated investigations as provisioned by the Constitution, which is to carry out investigations on retired officials suspected of corruption or financial irregularities. The CIA has also been receiving requests to initiate investigations against former CIA Chief Commissioner Lokman Singh Kharge. Former CIA Commissioner Pathak has been charged of taking a bribe of 9.3 million rupees to settle a corruption case filed at the authority. CIA's initiative to probe into the case has hinted towards a strong practice to instill good governance in the coming days. The Commission has stated that a three-member team has been formed under the leadership of a joint secretary for the investigation. Pathak had resigned from his post last Sunday after being accused of corruption. The CIA initiated the probe after consulting with the Office of the Attorney General. Constitution experts have said there are no confusions or difficulties in carrying out the investigation, as the Constitution ensures that the Commission has all authority to carry out investigations on former public officials alleged of corruption. Pathak had resigned from his post on the 15th of February after it was disclosed that he had taken bribe to settle the case of Nepal Engineering College situated in Changanara and Bhaktapur. Meanwhile, an impeachment motion has been proposed against former Chief Commissioner of CIA Lokman Singh Kharge. Pathak's case has paved way for the Commission to carry out investigations on other officials accused of corruption and has suggested those appointed at the constitutional bodies cannot escape from investigations and actions. Justice Deepak Raj Joshi of the Supreme Court resigned from his post after Chief Justice Cholendra Samsar Rana, who assumed his position on the 2nd of January this year, stopped assigning him any bench. Joshi, despite his seniority, had been rejected by the Parliamentary Hearing Committee for the post of Chief Justice, as he could not produce adequate evidences to prove his education qualification and his ability to lead the judiciary. The questions now raised are why the Parliament stayed mum on the questions raised on his integrity and why an impeachment motion was not initiated against Justice Joshi prior to his resignation. The Parliamentary Hearing Committee had rejected Justice Deepak Raj Joshi on the 3rd of August last year. However, despite being rejected, Joshi resumed his position as Justice at the Supreme Court, which was considered ethically wrong. Former Chief Justice Om Prakash Mishra, who was behind Joshi based on seniority and appointed as the Chief Justice subsequently, had let him take up cases. However, Chief Justice Cholendra Samsar Rana prohibited assigning him cases at all, along with other facilities meant for a Supreme Court justice. Given that Joshi was allowed to resign from his post without any procedural settlement over the questions raised against him, it has hinted at serious impunity seen in the country's judiciary. Meanwhile, the Parliamentary Hearing Committee has stated that Joshi would not be relieved of any actions due should he be proved guilty of the accusations filed against him. Likewise, the CIA's latest initiative of investigations against former CIA Commissioner Pathak itself has also suggested that no officials engulfed in controversy and corruption scandals would be spared of investigations and actions. The central bank has decided to set a ceiling on interest rates to stop the growing malpractices of haphazard interest charged by banks and financial institutions as of recent that had largely discouraged investment in productive sectors. The central bank has prepared to revise the interest ceiling with the provision of certain additional fees that can be charged over the base rate. However, industrialists have expressed dissatisfaction over this decision. The central bank's preparation comes after it carried out a half-yearly review of the ongoing fiscal year, and it has hinted at relieving those investing in productive and priority sectors like agriculture, tourism and energy. Likewise, the central bank has also decreased the interest rates charged by banks on repeat loans and has decided to increase the amount of repeat loan funds. The central bank has been giving out loans to commercial banks at an interest rate of 4%, which the banks have been giving out on loans to investors for an interest rate of up to 9%. The central bank has decided to maintain the chargeable interest rate at 8%. Industrialists have been protesting against the high interest rates levied on loans by banks and financial institutions, which have obstructed their plans in expanding their businesses. Protesting industrialists had even held a meeting with the Prime Minister in this regard after the central bank failed to address their demands. The central bank has said that it would set a limit on the premium over the base rates, however, has yet to declare the exact rate. Chairman and Managing Director of Kantipur Publications, Kailash Siroya, has said that we should be fearless to provide correct information to the citizens. Speaking at the special function organized on the occasion of the 26th anniversary of Kantipur Publications, Chairman Siroya assured that he would not escape from his responsibility to provide people with correct information, even if he has to go to court or even jail. Chairman Siroya further stated that journalism would now be more decentralized and committed that he would be ready to face any kind of challenges. At the program, Kantipur Daily's Makar Shrestha won the Best Employee Award, while the Outstanding Employee Awards were handed to Manoj Paudel of District Bureau, Chandan Mandal of the Kathmandu Post, Yemen Manandar of Nepal Magazine, and Shruti Shrestha of Nari Magazine. Likewise, Binod Subedi, Pushkar Khatiwada, Janardhan Parazuli, Anupam Adhikari, and Bhaskar Khanal of the Administration Department were also honored at the program. Similarly, Kantipur FM's Deepak Sapkota, Suraj Rasthala, and Alisa Bajracharya also received Outstanding Employee Awards at the function. Despite the formation of the local level governments, development and good governance have not taken any positive momentum, which has given way for increasing corruption. In this context, we asked the local representatives of Province 3 gathered in Dolakha regarding why they think have they failed to push development works and maintain good governance. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
सुशासन कायम गर्न कोसिस गरिएको छ किनकि व्यवस्था फेरियो हाम्रो व्यवहारहरु चाहिँ फेरिन बाँकी नै छ व्यवहार फेरिन सकेको छैन त्यही अनुसारको हामीले को क्षमता विकास गर्न सकेका छैन त्यसकारणले पनि त्यो समस्या आइरहेको छ
नयाँ अभ्यास भइरहेको सन्दर्भमा सबै चीजहरु पूर्ण व्यवस्थापन नभएको अवस्थामा केही अपेक्षा अनुसार काम गर्न नसकेको हो तर पनि कामै नभएको भन्ने कुरा हैन काम भइरहेको छ तर जुन द्रुत गतिमा जुन स्पिडमा हुनु पर्थ्यो त्यो स्पिडमा चाहिँ
प्रतिनिधि भएर आइयो अध्यक्ष उपाध्यक्षले अथवा जनप्रतिनिधिले भनेको नीति नियम बनाउने हो नीति नियम बनाए कार्यान्वयन गर्ने पक्ष नै छैन अहिलेसम्म एउटा पनि जुन कर्मचारी चाहिँ स्थायी रूपमा बस्ने कर्मचारी अहिलेसम्म छैन अधिकृत छैन एकाउन्टेन्ट छैन
कुनै एक दुईवटा स्थायी तहमा कमी कमजोरी भयो भन्दैमा देशभरिका सबै स्थायी तहहरू चाहिँ भ्रष्टाचारमा निर्लिप्त भए अनियमितता बढ्यो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ नि यो स्वीकार्न सकिदैन
स्थानीय तहले अहिले सुशासन गर्न सकेन र विकास निर्माण गर्न सकेन भनेर जे कुराहरू गरेको छ त्यो संविधानको मर्म विपरीत छ आवधिक योजना दीर्घकालीन योजना बनाउनको निम्ति हामी तलिन्छौं त्यसकारण सुशासन छैन भनेर हावा कुरा गर्नु मात्रै तुक छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन आज सुशासन सहितको स्थानीय सरकार छ भन्ने नै अनुभूति दिलाउनको निम्ति हामी आएका हौं त्यसैगरी दिने गरेका छौं
It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, what is the reason behind the rising in discipline among the civil servants? Your options are A. Lack of responsibility, B. No fear of being penalized, and C. Politicization. The voting is on. You can type NWS, select your option A, B or C and then send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With this, let us move on to the sports news.
Sports news.
Barcelona and Bayern Munich have played a goalless draw in their respective matches under the pre-quarter-final round of the UEFA Champions League. Liverpool wasted 3 good chances to score in the match against Bayern Munich played at their home ground Anfield. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich failed to create good moves. It was the 31st match in the Champions League knockout round that ended in a goalless stalemate. It was also Bayern Munich's second draw in their 26 away fixtures. Elsewhere, Spanish giants Barcelona were also held at a goalless draw by French side Lyon. Despite 25 attempts, Barca failed to convert their opportunities. Leo goalkeeper Anthony Lopez was instrumental for the French side as he made numerous saves of the shots from Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Philippe Coutinho. Meanwhile, Lyon's Martin Terrier's shot had ricocheted off the bar. Barcelona, who last won the European title in 2015, currently lead their domestic league, which is Spanish La Liga. Nepal has begun its Women's T20 World Cup Asia Regional Qualifiers journey with a win. The women's national team defeated Malaysia by 34 runs. In the match played in Thailand, Nepal opted to bat first after winning the toss and posted a total of 126 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 5 wickets. Sita Rana Magar top scored for Nepal with 42 runs, while skipper Ruvina Chetri remained not out on 33. In reply, Malaysia was able to score 92 runs in the stipulated 20 overs, losing 7 wickets. Christian Barate top scored for Malaysia with 21 runs, while skipper Winfried scored an unbeaten 18. Nepal's Karuna Vandari and Sarita Magar grabbed 2 wickets each in Nepal's win. CYC Ataria takes on Kathmandu Goldens at the Zangadi Premier League DPL in a clash which decides the first finalists of the tournament. The two teams are set to go head-to-head yet again in less than 24 hours since the last league stage match. The match, which will be played at Fapla ground, will begin at 12:30 this afternoon. Considered weak on paper, Ataria has been producing a series of great performances throughout the tournament. Kathmandu lost only against Ataria in the league stages. Ataria had seen off Kathmandu by 7 wickets in the last league stage match of the tournament. Ataria has secured 2 wins in 3 matches between these two sides. Ataria had secured a 40-run win against Kathmandu in the first season of DPL, while Kathmandu had avenged the loss with an 11-run win in the second season. Today's clash is Kathmandu's opportunity to progress to the tournament finale for the second time and also a chance to avenge their loss suffered against the same side in the last league round match which was played yesterday. Meanwhile, Ataria will also aim to secure a win today and progress to the grand finale of the DPL for the first time ever. Nepal Police Club has entered the semi-finals of the Tilottama Gold Cup football tournament, defeating India's United Darjeeling club 2-0. In the match played at Butwal's Anfa Technical Center, Ravi Paswan scored in the injury time of the first half to give the police team a 1-0 lead going into half-time. Milan Rai doubled the lead for Nepal Police by scoring in the 68th minute to seal the 2-0 win over United Darjeeling club. Today's match features a clash between Cameron's Dolphins Football Club and Japa 11. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories one more time. The CIA initiates investigation against former Commissioner Rajnayan Pathak. Chief Justice rejects Deepagras Joshi resigns, escaping investigations. The Central Bank decides to set a ceiling on interest rates to stop the growing malpractices of Hafizat interest charged by banks and financial institutions. Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan says his country will retaliate if India takes military action against it in the aftermath of the last week's suicide attack on Indian forces. And Bayern Munich and Liverpool play a goalless draw at the UEFA Champions League. Barcelona held in a goalless stalemate by Lyon as well. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Keep watching Kantipur Television SD for more news and entertainment. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.